See, I think that for many Nigerians abroad, after house rent abroad, one of the major expenses they make it's sending money back home, black tax. And here I'm talking about those who send money to family members, to relatives. And I've noticed that Nigerians send money to Nigeria, to their families and their relatives, emotionally and not strategically or systematically. And this is what I mean. Nigerians abroad, they are already under the pressure that they are going to remove the poverty of those back home. They are going to take those back home out of poverty. And this leads them to sending money unnecessarily out of emotions. And the bad effect is that the money you're sending all the time out of emotion is not going to actually help in the long run. Let me explain. Yeah, it's important that you send money back home to your direct family members like your children, your spouses, your wives, and maybe your parents. Yeah, it's important. But sometimes if your purpose is to defeat poverty in your family, you will just find out that all the money you send back home all go to feeding. Nigerians, the moment you send them money, they use it to feed because the things over there are too bad now. Things are extremely bad. People are really suffering. So once you send money, they use them to feed. And they use them to pay back the loans they have borrowed. And once you send, they pay them back. You send another money, they use it and service the loan they have borrowed. And these loans are only for feeding, you understand, to solve basic problems. If you keep sending money like that, you are not going to chase away poverty because the poverty has been there. It is not just going to run away. Giving people money to feed will not chase away poverty from their life. Now, I am thinking that if you want to chase away poverty, you have to be strategic, you understand? Apart from the normal money you have to send to your children, to your wife, to your parents, there are family members you don't have to be sending money all the time. You know, especially if you really want to take them away from poverty. For example, your brothers and sisters. You don't have to send them money in a year. You don't have to send them money in 2 years. You don't have to send them money in 3 years. You have to focus on balancing abroad first, saving a lot of money, you understand? So that when you want to help one person, you help one person reasonably. Either you help them bring them abroad or you help them start up a business. But if you keep sending them 50,000, 100,000 every month all the time, you realize that after 2-3 years, you have sent millions of naira. That would have been enough for you to do visa for them to come abroad, you understand? Or start a reasonable business for them. That's what I mean. So sometimes we send money back home out of emotions. We send them because we feel that these people have not eaten, they need to eat. They need to buy paracetamol. This one has swallowed shovel. They need to go to, Meanwhile, we should actually be focusing on the long term, which is chasing poverty away. So instead of sending money back home all the time, especially when you're not sending to your children or your wife, just focus on keeping the money. Balance abroad first. Save a lot of money so that by the time you must have saved like 50 million naira, 70 million, you cannot take 5 million to 10 million and say, okay, let's bring this person abroad. Let's start this business. That way you have solved the person's major problem, which is the poverty. Sending money for feeding all the time and for paracetamol and all those small expenses like house rent, it will not chase poverty away. Let them keep suffering while you balance abroad first and save up a lot of money because you are not the cause of the poverty and you cannot chase it overnight. So if you are trying to chase it out of emotions, you are not going to achieve results. You will just waste money on the long run. Meanwhile, if you have been saving that money small, after 1, 2, 3 years, the money will pile up. And the money can now go a long way in starting a business or buying a car for somebody to start over. You understand? Or trying to bring somebody to Europe or the country you are in. You understand? So that is my own opinion. Thank you.